I'm not talking about a specific story, the one person, but something that is almost and sadly a constant. This is the story why people are moving from their home country to the US. We have heard, we know, out of fear for violence, out of hunger, real hunger. I mean, not only because you run out of milk on your refrigerator, but real hunger, out of no opportunities in their countries. And all of them are coming here looking for a better future, not for them, but for the kids, their children. But after years here in the US, many parents somehow are disheartened. I don't know if that would be the best word, but because all the effort they have put on leaving behind their country, risking their life to come over, when they see their kids here not doing well, falling on depression, having panic attacks, they rethink, was it worthy or not coming over here? Is this the kind of life I really wanted for my kids? And at that point, they realized that there are not many resources for them, for their kids available, especially in Spanish. You could say the kids speak English, yes, but the parents, they don't. And for a real change in the emotional life of their kids, you need to engage the parents. So when now therapists or resources for mental health in Spanish, it made more complicated for parents to receive the support they need to pass on their kids. In our listening session at St. Thomas More Church, especially during pandemic, it was very clear that there is a real need for mental health access in Spanish. Many parents didn't realize that they actually experienced trauma just crossing the border and coming over here. If you have Hispanic friends and they have been close to you enough to open up their own story, whoever is, pick a name, your friend, that Hispanic women, men, you know, let them tell you the story coming over to the US, and you will see there is always trauma. And if you hear their stories, how they live day in, day out, there is a lot of stress. Working exhausting hours every single day with pretty much no time to rest, and experiencing like discrimination almost everywhere you look around. And those people don't realize that they are under high stress and they have PTSD. They don't even realize, they just think like that's normal. But whenever you have a brief conversation, you say, that's not normal. You don't have to live 24/7 on survival mode. That's not the way it's supposed to be. They don't even realize that there is another way to live for them and for their kids. So that's why mental health access is so important. In this area, there is few organizations providing access to mental health for low-income people and with Spanish providers. Probably the first one we can say is El Futuro. But if you call to El Futuro for an appointment, you will find like, okay, yeah, the first one will be like 2 months in advance. And when you have a kid just in a deep depression, you can't afford waiting 2 months, probably it's too late. And so people ended up just on emergency rooms. And I've seen this many times because I myself sometimes have tell people, just call your doctor, take your kid to your doctor, primary doctor, and they will refer and put them right away on UNC hospital. But that's an emergency situation. But sometimes that's the only time where when people can really get like access to mental health. So it's not just one story. I try to summarize what I've heard from many Hispanic families coming over to this area. Thank you.